here today to ask you to make the switch. I know many people are using ChatGPT, but I think a better AI content generator is found right in our Google ecosystem. It's called Gemini, formerly known as Bard. I'm going to show you today why I prefer it as an AI tool. So let's see if I can convince you. That's my goal today. Okay, are you ready to be convinced? I'm going to show you some of the features in Gemini that is going to make you think that maybe this is the right AI platform for you. So I'm going to put in a prompt, and I wrote create a vocabulary list for a 7th grade unit on the Renaissance based on California history standards. You'll notice that I'm being very specific, very intentional, and it's a good thing to remember that the more detailed your prompt engineering is, the better the output will be in meeting the needs that you are hoping for. So I'm going to click submit, and I'm finding that Gemini generates content faster than ChatGPT. Additionally, what I like about Gemini is that it gives you different drafts, so different variations of this same list here. And this is a pretty good list. Normally in the classroom, I would spend time finding that list in our textbook, and it was always fell short. So now I have it here. Now, obviously, I'm going to fine tune it, copy and paste, delete, and augment as needed. But here's the draft part. So we have a second draft in which the definitions may be a little bit different, maybe longer. I have a third draft, and then I just choose the one that I like the best. At the bottom now, and another selling point number 2 or 3, is that this is all part of the Google ecosystem. So when I click the share and export button, I can export this directly to a Google Doc, and from there it's editable, and I can use that to fit my needs in the classroom. Additionally, there's a tool down here in which I can quickly modify the response. So with a click, I can make this shorter, I can make it longer, I can make it simpler, I can make it more casual, or I can make it more professional. All right, costume change, another selling point. Can Gemini create a slide presentation for me? I'm going to put in the prompt. We're going to stick to my Renaissance theme. Create a Google slide presentation on the Renaissance. When I click submit, let's take a look and see what happens. It's not actually putting it into Google Slides, but it's giving me everything else. I have a title for my overall presentation. I have a title for every slide. It provides for me speaker notes, bullet pointed notes, all the way through. It's actually written very well. And remember that I can always change this, right? I have my little handy dandy modify response tool right here. Do I want to make this more casual? Should it be simpler for the audience that I'm presenting to? Or maybe more professional? Make it shorter, make it longer. Not bad. Now, the share button here is going to give me 2 options. I can export that into Google Docs, or I can share that as a draft in a Gmail, maybe send that to a colleague. I could imagine that over time, Gemini will incorporate this into Google Slides as part of the ecosystem, and this content will dump directly into Google Slides. Another silly point. Okay, how about one more? This will be the last one on this particular video. How do we know that the content that's being generated is coming from credible sources? Well, at the very bottom of your generated output is the Google check response button. It's called double check the response. When you click this, watch what happens. As I click it, it's going to highlight certain sections of this text, and you can see that there's a drop down option here. And when I click that, it's going to tell me where they got this information. So we can confirm that this is a credible site. So this is coming from history.com. I like that. How about this one? From studiobinder.com. I'm not really sure about that, but you can go back and you can check each one of these highlighted portions to just ensure that you are getting credible sources that are creating the output for you. All right. And if you don't like it, it's where your human intelligence comes in, right? Polish it, augment it, edit it, make it your own. So, have I shown you enough to convince you at least to give Gemini a chance? I hope so. And if you disagree, I would love to hear what you find that is more valuable in using other AI generators like ChatGPT. I'd love to have the discussion. I'd love to learn. So just let me know. I hope you will, though, give Gemini a shot. And together we can learn and watch this application grow, because I really do think that this is the spot for us. All right. Go Gemini.